Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm Will Dragon, and this is Yes, Your Grace. We're going to start this new game on the channel. Let me know if you like it down in the comments down below. I'm hoping that you do. It's going to be a story-based resource management kind of game, similar to a few of the other games we kind of play on the channel. We have recently looked at the demo of the second installment of this game coming out some point this year, I believe. I'm actually not quite sure, but it was an entertaining game, I'll tell you that much, which is why we're going to come back and look at the first one. So, let's bring our petitioner forward. It is time, Your Grace. Click on the throne to step down. You'd better put on the crown. You better had. You can find your inventory. Getting a bit rusty. Wear it. You can leave any room by walking to the edge of the screen or by selecting the doors. This is a map of your castle. Click on the castle walls to go there. Your Grace! A deserter. Found one of ours hiding in a shed. Shed? Why would you do this, Sobek? There's too many of them. You let him off, the rest may follow. However, our army is sparse as it is. We need every set of hands able to hold a sword, Your Grace. Even the least brave soldiers are essential now. With courage, we will defeat the enemy, no matter the odds. Let him loose, General. Go and stand for Davern. Thank you, Your Grace. Over here, Your Grace. Let's go speak to the General. How bad is it? Our men are scared. It's the middle of the night, and yet it's so bright, as if Svarog himself walked our lands. The thin walls won't last long, and we lack any solid defense measures. We don't have enough men. Once they get in, we have nothing we can throw their way. Can you hear the chanting? They're getting ready. We'd better get started. I've gathered archers from all the other walls. They are awaiting you at the wall, Your Grace. There's still some time to put up white flags. How dare you suggest such a thing, General? Soldier, Your Grace. Door. Right, up to the walls. Archers! Sons of Devon! Okay, that's not quite what I said. We stood together through the worst of times. We have proved our strength in many battles, and today we will prove it again. My bravest men, I bid you to fight for all you hold dear. For Devon! Loose! R also works, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Yes, Your Grace. Fight, men! Fight till you can't see any enemy anymore. 1 year earlier. Oh, we're gonna go back in time, so we clearly have to get ready for that glorious event. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here I come. You found me. Well done, Father. I told you I don't want to play. Aren't you too old for this? Lorsulia, that's no way to speak to your father. Shut it, Asilia. We can see you from miles away. Oh, you know, I'm not playing with you, darling. The sun finally came out. Let me enjoy it. A crack in the pavement. Oh, I didn't actually mean to click on that. Flowers? Very calming. No wonder our girls like to spend time here. We have, obviously, we see Asalia. Shouldn't have insulted your sister from across the gardens. She always has to ruin everything. She's so proud she couldn't even find a place to hide. I wasn't even trying to hide. I don't want to play. Next time you don't want to play, maybe try writing a formal announcement. Oh wait, you can't write. Ouch! Cut it out, both of you. Lorsulia is such a dumpling. And Sedani. Ah, here's the little one. The little one? She looks bigger than her. No! You must have cheated. I demand another trial of the game. How official. Maybe next time. Oh. I hate to interrupt, but your subjects will soon arrive. Alright, enough games. The throne awaits. Grevno, week 1. Petitioners will start queuing in a moment, Your Grace. We really need to shorten the visiting hours. Wow, we've got feathers on the floor. Bring so much mess into the throne room. The river brings a whole lot of wildlife to the area. I enjoy the sounds of birds chirping away each morning. The river brings a lot of wildlife. These swords look quite sharp, but they are about 1,000 years old. A Davin shield. Chandelier. Hope it doesn't drop on my head. Wow, that's swords, Davin shield, plant. Aurelia convinced me to have some plants here. It makes the place seem more friendly. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Okay, so first petitioner, which is the wife. I think she's my wife anyway. Can you go and speak to Lorsulia, my dear? I tried talking to her, but she just won't respond. I don't know what's got into her recently. Maybe she will open up a bit more to you. She's probably wandering about at the wall. I'm sure that's my wife. Oh, so we have... I'm going to go for 15 happiness. We have 1 pigeon. 100 swords, 20... I want to say that's wheat. And 30 gold, and 1 soldier. We have 1 soldier and 1 pigeon, but a fighting strength of 100. I'm not quite sure. Dungeon guard. Your Grace. I bring bad news. The recent rains have soaked through our roofs. The pantry roof has collapsed, as well as some walls of our dungeon. Only 1 cell is currently functional. We really should fix those things before they get worse. Otherwise, we'll keep losing supplies. You will see the requirement fixes in your weekly summary at the end of the week. Yikes. When you meet people and talk to petitioners, your advisor makes a note about the encounter in your archives. You can see all the entries by clicking the archives button, which would be this button. Blood damages, people's needs. Peasant. My daughter's wedding is at hand. Congratulations! The problem is, we don't have enough gold or supplies to make a worthy feast. What will my daughter's in-laws think of our family? I'm sure they should just be daughter-in-laws. What will my daughter's in-laws think of the family? Yes, that's me, sorry. We want to hire a band, buy some of that fancy wine on the market. We would only need 5 gold and 5 supplies. I'll give it to them. You can't have a marriage without the music and something to kill the thirst. That gave my people 1 more happiness. The thirst, the worst. We will show these peasants what a real feast looks like. Entry complete. Does that by any chance come into the archives then? Completed entries help with the wedding. The second peasant. Representing my village. We want to ask you for 7 gold to help us gather tools and resources required to build an inn. We could really use a new place to rest after a long day of work. Sure. Make it the best inn around. -7 gold, +1 happiness. Thank you, Your Grace. And we have, somebody jumping in. New inn for the village. Who's this latecomer? Monsters! Beasts dressed in black. They came in the night. Unseen, unheard, until they arrived. They attacked the village. We heard the dreadful screams of the slain. Your Grace, I beg you. You must send your men, check what happened, find those responsible. Tell me more. Bright red heads, short but sharp fangs. Hundreds of them. Gleaming metal for their claws. We've never seen anything like this. Oh, that's all we get from Tell Me More. My agent will check the village. The general should deal with these bandits easily. Thank you, Your Grace. Click on the glowing flower to advance to the next week once you're ready. Sometimes you will need to see your family members before you can advance. Main entries, monsters. So I don't want to... How can I be of service, Your Grace? Tell me about the kingdom. Resources. 4 resources. Gold supplies, army, and contentment. We need to distribute gold and supplies to our petitioners. If they are happy, their contentment will grow. A strong kingdom needs a big army. To gain more soldiers for our army, we will need to make alliances with neighboring lords and kings. We can gain resources through taxes, as well as from the alliances we make from lords. Taxes. Happy people will pay their taxes gladly, while the resentful will do what they can to get around them. That is why we need to make sure people's contentment is high in order to keep the gold flowing. Petitioners all have problems. Beware though, some might come with malicious intentions, so you should carefully consider who is truly in need. That's all for now. Let's jump off the throne. And let's leave the courtroom. Gardens, interesting. Blue icons indicate important matters to attend. Green icons show optional conversations. Let's go for the optional conversation. With Asalia. Yes, father? Can you explain the fight in the gardens? You and Lorsulia used to be best friends. You mean, why is Lorsulia such a big baby? This is the kind of thing I mean. She's annoying is all. You need to stop fighting with each other. Insulting your sister won't make the situation better. She will just get more resentful as time goes by. But it's so hard. I'm sorry, father, I won't do it again. Okay, nothing else in here. Okay, it doesn't look like I can exit that way. We need to get the crack patched up one day. Don't know when that'll be able to actually become a thing. Let's go out the door. Oh, in the dungeon. Let's go to the optional conversation in the dungeon. This is worse than I thought. The recent downpours have damaged a lot of buildings, Your Grace. While we still have space for prisoners, we should focus on buildings that need more attention. I've had a scribe write a list of things that need to be fixed. You will see this in your weekly summary, Your Grace. It sounds like it's going to be costly. How can I help, Your Grace? Just looking around. Mushrooms. Yikes. I don't want to think what else is growing in here. What could have been me, Your Grace? Do you see what happened here? If I was in the other cell, I would have been crushed. The gods have forgiven my sins. I would dedicate my life to those in need. I mean, if I could get out of here, please. Why are you in here again? I bumped into the innkeeper on the street and stepped on his toes. He ordered a gallon of beer, drank it all by himself, and didn't even have the gold to pay for it. I know the innkeeper, he was pretty upset. I have been enlightened. I won't ever do such a stupid thing again. I will serve a higher purpose now. You got what you deserved. But I am the chosen one. Barrels are empty. They used to store our wine. Okay, and the castle wall. Gate looks very old. Anyone with some strength could probably just barge through it. Generals and hunters sometimes come here to practice swordsmanship. Up onto the wall we go. Dusty. Who's a good cat? Lorsulia. You need to stop fighting with your sister. Do you want to talk about what happened in the gardens? No. I'm fine, father. You used to find the best spots, remember? Maybe I'm not 5 anymore. I can see something's wrong. Everything's fine. You don't have things to do. I know where I'm not wanted. The cat was happy to see me at least. My daughter? Not so much. Okay, so let's in fact stay here. So we should be able to end the week now. This is your weekly summary screen. Here you'll be able to see your kingdom's weekly income and expenses. You can buy upgrades and fixes for the castle in the left section. To buy an upgrade, simply click on the button with the upgrade name and you will see the cost added to the summary. So I pay I'm going to fix the pantry roof. Because otherwise, I'm going to keep getting a lot of 5 food. And it's just not worth it to have that ticking over, basically. Fix the market stall will gain me 2 gold per week. Removes contentment penalty from treasury. Oh, got it. The broken theater will stay for now. I can afford to lose one of those. I will, however, fix the market stall and gain myself 2 gold. That puts me down to 10 gold and 8 supplies, which is pretty low. But we're gonna attempt to push it nice and early and see what we can do. Let's save and continue. Grab week 2. General. Your Grace, no sign of the monsters. 1 second, folks. Just have to quickly cough. We did stumble upon these bandits, though. They were pillaging the village. Red head, sharp teeth. A crest of Radovia. I thought you could only find them in books and old manuscripts. Well, seems like we have one right here, too. Tell me. Whose banner are you bearing? Your man is right. Radovia is my home. And soon yours, too. Ha! Why are you here? We're just making a living. One man might call it plunder. I would call it hard work. Who's your leader? Or are you just a barbaric thief? We are free people. We don't bow to kings or lords. Bold words for someone trespassing in another country. Bold and stupid. I've heard enough. We can't allow barbarians to stalk our lands. Plundering and killing isn't men. There is no question that justice needs to be dealt to this one. Execute him. You will feel that poisonous bite. I need to see Aurelia about this. So, what do you make of this, Audrey? Radovians here? How would they get through the mountains? Why would they threaten a war? It's a lot of questions, but I need answers, Audrey. Forgive me, Your Grace, I'm just puzzled. It might be reasonable to start thinking about renewing some old treaties. Talk to old friends, see who could give us a hand. With our current resources, a war would bring certain defeat. I will make some preparation. A banker. I'm here representing Bank de Florentine, Your Grace. I hear your treasury has been seeing better times, but I'm here to help. How does this work? We understand that sometimes it's hard to be king, and we want to do our best to help. We offer quick and easy solutions to give you a surge of gold or supplies, whichever you may be in need of. Forgive the accents, I can't help myself. Our exclusive package offers 50 gold or supplies, instantly available for your use. The bank only adds a small fee of 10 gold or supplies, depending on the type of the loan. It's paid off in weekly amounts of 10 until you pay your debt, Your Grace. We won't charge you any additional costs. Last thing to note, we only do one type of loan at a time. So if you want to borrow gold, we can't lend you supplies until the first loan is repaid, and vice versa. The first loan is free of charge, just pay back what you take. Let us... Let's borrow gold. I will take it. That's it for now. Bank de Florentini is always happy to help. My daughter. I bring news, father. Asalia sneaked out at night last week. I ran into her while she was going back to her chambers, all laughing and a little tipsy, I think. She wouldn't say where she's been, but Sedani, as thick as she is, spilled everything to me in the morning. Those two chit-chat all the time. They think I don't realize. Dick, don't speak of your sister. Ill of your sister. What's got into you, Lord Sulia? Asalia sneaks out at some wedding and all's drunk. But I'm the one bad one all of a sudden. I'd better talk to Asalia about this. You girls are going to drive me mad one day. Oh, what a hard life it is to be king. Peasant. Your Grace, my dear son is nowhere to be found. Yes, a really daft little boy, but still he is my son. I ask you to help us find him, Your Grace. Is there any chance you could do so? Our general will try to find your son. I hope he is still in one piece. You have my thanks, Your Grace. Lord Eton. My name is Eton. I'm the Lord of Branca, Your Grace. I will be as straightforward as possible. Someone has kidnapped my daughter. They expect me to pay 12 gold to get her back. The thing is, I tracked them down and I know where they are keeping her. I planned everything out. I just need your general to help me take her back. Or I could just pay the ransom. Unfortunately, my general's already been dispatched. And on the other one, I could have simply paid 7 gold and still had a general available. Maybe I should, let you know how it goes. And I fear for my life. I think someone is trying to get to me. I think someone is following me. They want me dead. I don't know. How would I know? I haven't done anything. I better be going. Okay. So we have monsters. It would be best to execute. I did execute them. A beloved son, ransom, paranoid land. See, beloved son, I could have done for 7 gold. So I actually lost out a little bit there. Ocilia, Asalia, Sedania, Aurelia, and divine intervention. Divine intervention? Let's go for a walk. Oh, hang on, get off my throne first. Now let's go for a walk. And so we have the gardens. Asalia. Yes, father. There was a wedding in the village. Considering the resources you've spent to help them out with, it definitely was. I wish you'd come ask me first. Why would you be mad? Is it because I went to the market? Come on now, I know about the wedding. Lorsulia told me what happened. How would she know anyway? Oh, of course, said Danny. I wouldn't forgive myself if something happened to you. You have no need to worry, nothing will happen. What could have happened if someone found a princess by herself in the village? All the drunkards, thugs? I was dressed differently, I was careful, I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing, all I wanted was a little fun. Lorsulia said you got drunk. That's a lie. I know what I'm doing, I can take care of myself. How many times? Ah, Lorsulia. Since she turned 13, she thinks you will make her marry some fat, dumb prince and send her off to another castle. She intends to be such a lousy rat, maybe it would be for the best. Is that why she's been acting up lately? I suppose so, it doesn't change the fact that she's just infuriating. And it doesn't change the fact that you didn't stop with the name calling. You are confined to the castle. No more horse riding. What am I supposed to do inside these godforsaken walls? I better talk to Lorsulia. I'm told she'll be very happy to see me just as per last time. Oh, we're actually in the mirror. Damn, I look so tired. Not damn, I look so good. Or maybe I'm just old. The Grey Mountains. Fireplace full of ash. It's quite cozy here in the evenings, though. The wife. Foreign barbarians visit us this week. Radovians have come to Davern. One of their bandits was brought to the castle. Radovians? That can't be right. Do you think it's about our promise? It might be. What do you think? 13 years ago, we promised our unborn child's hand to a thug. Bayron, wasn't it? Does it matter? After 13 years, a Radovian shows up in our castle. I'll be damned. Yes, Lorsulia soon become a woman, and she will need to find her a husband. And Bayron, the village, will arrive to make me fulfill my promise. How could we have promised our daughter's hand to a Radovian? With a knife to my throat. I'm not sure what else we could have done. You think our daughter will marry some barbaric thug, though? We can't let this happen, Eric. Don't worry, we will solve this. What about the witch? I don't even want to think about this. Let's just hope the curse is nothing but a hoax, and see how things with the thug will turn out. If Baron shows up to claim our daughter's hand, hopefully no one will believe him. We just need to play stupid. Unless he shows up with an army. Don't be silly now. How could a commoner afford an army? Even we can't. How could Radovians get to Davern? Anything seems possible at this stage. You did send the bandits to the dungeons? No, I let him see justice. Damn it, you should have questioned him first. One less barbarian to worry about, though. How are you holding up? It's so unreal. Marry a prince, a lord even, yes, but let her marry a thug? We can't do this. It'll be fine. I won't let them take her away. We'll see you later. He's terrified, Dresser. I wish I could have a snooze right now, but I have plenty to do. Alright, back out the door we go, it seems. To the castle wall. Up the castle wall. Salia told me what's going on. I think your mother and I started to figure it out anyway. I'm sorry we didn't realize earlier. Oh, and why is that? You won't have to marry a stranger. We'll make sure we know the prince well before the wedding. Time will show. Goodbye. Hang on. The cat's happy to see me, so I may as well pet the cat. And that's everybody. So we make 10 gold. We lose 10 from that. Stand the general costs me 9. So we are actually losing gold. Interesting. Let's repair the theater. What happens if I can't repay the loan? Grevno week 3. We won't have the general back. He's currently still busy. Here's a pigeon. Dear Eric, we have crossed the mountains. We will come for what was promised, for the gods have graced us with their strength. Byron, king of Radovia. And where there's a king, an army follows. What promise are they babbling about anyway? I don't know. They will probably come looking for them. The problem is, our treasury has seen better times. Seeking allies might be our best bet. I will let you get on with the audits, and I'll make some preparations in the meantime. I will be in the council chamber, Your Grace. Peasant. Your Grace, injustice and hunger have struck our village. Men dressed in black came and took our stock. Had anything left worth giving to the dogs now? Kindly ask for 7 pieces of gold, or 5 sacks of supply. Take these supplies, 5 sacks. That'll be enough to keep us going for a couple of weeks. Gods favor you. Merchant. I come with a business proposition. I need 12 gold to hire men and buy resources to build a new tavern in Branca. The tavern will serve as more than just a way for locals to get drunk. The village is really well positioned. It has many visitors, but they never stay for long. A new tavern will change that and will guarantee a steady income. I will share the profits once I start making money off the business. Go for it. Won't regret it. 8 solid tables, 13 beds. We could make it a cheaper shared chamber. Oh, it's going to work so well. A disease is crawling in our village. It's nothing serious, I don't think, but fevers and sneezes are all over the place. It appeared out of nowhere. So if a dark force brought it upon us. Offer, take these supplies. Make sure everyone has access to what they need. May the spirits keep you. I've already read the letter. Off the throne we get. If we look in our archives very quickly. Invested some gold in tavern business. Rodovian bite. Poverty in the village. Fever in the village. Okay, 20 gold. We end up spending 19 a turn because of repaying the money. Dungeon, bed chambers, council chambers, gardens, council chambers. There's an optional conversation, which would be my daughter. Bookshelf. Table. The antlers, tapestry. Check and see if there's maybe any little items we can pick up. Sadani! Hey there. Pumpkin. Pumpkin! That's new. I like it. You shouldn't be playing here. My cherished place in the fortress. You have the most finest items here, father. Let me stay here. Fine, you can stay. Let's see what else is here. Your Grace, I appointed a scout. He will let us know what we're up against. Meanwhile, we should invite King Talus. He might be able to help. Click on the Allies tab on the resource panel to view your potential allies. We can talk to the nearby lords, but first I would suggest inviting Talus. Here you can view details of each of your potential allies. You need to have a pigeon available in order to send an invite. We do! So he can potentially give me 3,000 soldiers. Ada can give me 60 soldiers and 1 grain. Okay, so we'll invite him first. He could visit us within a week. With his army, we should be able to repel Radovia, no matter what they come with. Thank you, Audrey. I believe that was it. Yep. Let's quickly pop back here and let's continue the week. So yes, we're only gaining 13, but we're losing 19 because we are paying back the treasury, and we've got quite a few weeks of that left to go. We are only making 11 through taxes. Save and continue. Have I started by trying to do too much from the beginning? General, I have found the son of the peasant who was lost in a nearby forest looking for home. He was weakened and thirsty, but should be back to full strength soon enough. My general has returned, and I got nothing for that. That seems... Father must be well pleased. Yes, but where's my thanks? King Talus. Hardly any light can get through these windows. These holes used to shine, Eric. Father, look what she did. Asalia has put feces under my pillow. How can I ever wash it off? Why did you tell her I told on her? Can't you see we have a guest? Scuttle off for now. You can't even control your children, then I'm surprised you still sit where you do. And that I'm still standing where I am. We have had a lot going on recently. I'm asking if you're going to make me stand like a commoner here. Of course not. Let's talk in the council room. I will just leave that last petitioner there, poor guy. You have a lot of books. What is she doing in here? Are you letting children play with your archives? Are you a king or a plastered nanny, Eric? What can be so important that you couldn't just send me a pigeon? I did send you a pigeon. I need an army. Radovia has threatened me and my family. They're simple men, untrained. Tell you what, I will give you 3,000 soldiers. My army can deal with anything they throw its way. Of course not, you see. My son, Ivo, has been crying and moaning to me about finding him a princess. He's always bothering me. It's about time he grew up. A wife would keep him busy, out of my way. Lord Sulia would be good enough for him. She could teach him a thing or two. I also want access to the fine collection of books you have here, plus anything else you can find. You still seek cures for your wife. Her condition hasn't improved. Well, does not concern you. You get an army, I get Lord Sulia and access to these books. You catch on quickly. I'll send my armies right away. But we'll do it on my terms. We both know Davern has seen better times. When Radovia comes, who will protect your people, your family? Are you going to order peasants to fight them with pitchforks? We'll get another general out of this, or 22 extra gold. I'm going to say another general. To help with our people's needs. I'll send an army straight away, but I want immediate access to the archives. The marriage can be organized later. Let me get lost in your books then. I think I will start from this room. You can find me in the throne room if you need me. You have made a new ally. You can now try to make more allies by inviting other lords in the allies panel. Shouldn't I have just gotten another general? When lords have news, a green icon will appear by their name, like this one next to Lady Ada. Okay. Send the invite. Like I said, shouldn't I have a second general? In the gardens. Of course she's not here. How are you doing? So why do you listen to the man in the council chamber? He's a king too, you know. But you're a better king. He should listen to you. Yes, yes, keep your voice down, pumpkin. Let's go back to the throne room. Let's sit back on the throne. Lord Etten. My daughter is back. I have paid the thugs the ransom. I was nervous as ever in my life, but surprisingly it all went smoothly. They got what they wanted. I don't think there will be a problem anymore. As a thank you, I actually scraped together some gold. Here, take this. 14 gold. Very nice, and 2 happiness. Entry complete. Tell me about our battle preparations. Talis' army will crush the Medovian forces. We just need to focus on our kingdom and get ready for the wedding, Your Grace. Is our army ready to confront the enemy? How can I be of service? That's all for now. Let's step down. Let us go speak to the wife. Volsulia is getting married. We'll marry Ivo, the Prince of Atana. I made a treaty with Talis, marriage for army in return. We cannot let her marry a barbarian. Eric, you said you would find a way. Wait, Ivo, that's good. That's great. Ivo is a prince after all, and if Volsulia is married to Ivo, then Byron can't do anything. Talis' army might simply scare them away. This is fantastic news, Eric. Wonderful. Who's going to prepare the wedding? Guests, menus. We need to decorate the throne room. We need to buy flowers and decorations. And we need a band, too. We'll see how our treasury looks at the end of the week. You've been acting up lately. Maybe it's better if I tell her. You talk to her. I will get on with the preparations. Get some rest, darling. Bed chambers. Let's go back to the dungeon. Okay, so I don't know what that'll quite do. Hopefully he's gonna spread some good words about me. Alright. I'm sure I was supposed to have gotten a second. Oh no, he's now paying for my general. Ah, so I'm not gonna have to lose gold from my general, I don't think. Let's pet the cat. Again. Anyone in the castle happy to see me? Who said, anyone happy to see me? There is something I need to tell you. You must marry Ivo, the Prince of Atana. I don't get a say in this. We need this marriage to secure an army that will defend us. A war is coming. So I'm going to be sacrificed. Did you even consider any other option? Did you even try to offer something other than your daughter? I knew the day I'm old enough you would just sell me to the highest bidder. You've been waiting for this. You can't wait to get rid of me, can you? I wish I was a common girl living in a village, having nothing to worry about. Being able to marry the one I love, not some snob I've never met. Yes, because of course if you were a commoner in a village, you wouldn't simply be married to the farmer's son. Or maybe the blacksmith's son. Or maybe just some random hobo. Depending on how unlucky you were. And that is everything. Let's end this. And so yes, we... Oh, later that night. It better be something important that at this ungodly hour. Rodovian forces have been spotted nearby. We should send our men to track them down. Eric, we must do something. Send a general to check this. We need to see what they're up to. Sent away for 1 week. Do I get him immediately back? So I'm not losing 9 gold for my general now. That's fantastic. And so I'm losing just 10 gold paying back the bank, which is okay. For now I'll hire a band. When is the wedding? I don't think it's this week, is it? I don't know, maybe it is. Save and continue. Are we going into a wedding? Did I overreact? I think I overreacted. General! What have you learned? Rodovians have formed stationary posts around our castle, Your Grace. Camps, if you like. They're planning their next moves. Destroying the posts should damage their ability to form strategies, Your Grace. Although we now have a prospect of an army, we shouldn't give them any advantage. You should take a look at the map, Your Grace. Send an agent to clear out these posts as soon as possible. I will instruct you where to strike. I've made camps around your castle. You need to send a general to eliminate the posts. See the posts? Open the map by clicking the map button below. Let's have a look at the map. Oh, Audrey, what would you like? We will be ready for the wedding in 4 weeks. The Rodovian posts need to be eliminated by then. And we still need to provide for the people's needs. Striking the right balance between the two might be tough. With our current resources, we will need to prioritize. Now you tell me this! Ah well. I have no resources left. Send a general by selecting a Rodovian post and clicking on the magnifying glass, which on occasions may result in a gain of resources. In this case, we need to dispatch of the Rodovian post. You can send any agent to explore any location. Post north, post west, post east. Select an agent type to explore. Okay, so they all basically look the same. Let's clear them out of the fields. Send the general. General sent. Lady Ada, you called for me. I always forget how beautiful this castle is, Your Grace. I really should visit Grevno more often. Nevertheless, Your Grace, I have a favor to ask of you. There is a nefarious thief going from lord to lord pretending like he needs help. He convinced other nearby lords to give him gold, including me. He always says he's a merchant and his goods have been stolen. I'm sure he will visit you sooner or later. What did he look like? He was wearing a dirty cream apron and a dark green shirt. Oh, and he was wearing a hat. I will send for you as soon as possible. Okay. Peasant, I don't have very much resources left. Where someone's found safe and sound, there are no words. Here's a little something. Wife has made a cake for you. A strawberry one, I think. Thank you, Your Grace. I have a strawberry pie. The Merchant Tavern you helped me to establish is up and running. It's doing so well that it is not just a stop between long trips, it's more of a destination on its own now. As promised, I will now start sharing my profits with you. A whole 1 gold every week. Alright, fine. Probably could have exploited him for more. Quite frankly, I'm glad nobody's asked me for anything yet. I'm worried about Lorsulia, father. What will happen to her when she leaves? She promised me she'd take care of me, but now she's leaving. Why would she lie? And what happens to Dusty? What about Dusty? Oh. Lorsulia's cat, she will probably want to take Dusty to keep her company. But if she didn't leave, then Dusty would have to go as well. I don't want her to leave. Can you talk to her? Not exactly Lorsulia's choice. I'm sure she would prefer to stay. She would never leave you on purpose. If she would rather stay, she should. Can you talk to her? Convince her to stay. I can try convincing her, but I don't think that will change a thing. Yeah. Of course, she can count on me a peasant. I think, yep, this is going to be a request. Monsters with steel came in the night and took everything. Sure, there's plenty of grass left now, but what's the good of it if there ain't any castle to graze on it? What? Slosulia's cat, you will probably want to take Dusty to keep her company. If she didn't leave, then Dusty would have to go as well. I don't want her to leave. Can you talk to her? Convince her to stay. I can try convincing her, but I don't think that will change a thing. Yeah. Of course, she can count on me a peasant. I think, yep, this is going to be a request. Monsters with steel came in the night and took everything. Sure, there's plenty of grass left now, but what's the good of it if there ain't any castle to graze on it? I'm gonna go for supplies. And get you something to eat for a while. Thank you, Your Grace. That's all for now. Let's jump off the throne. Let's exit stage right. Or is that stage left? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Asalia will know where she is. You trying to tell me she's not on the top of the walls? She is not. Back off we go then. To the garden, I reckon. Yep. To the gardens. Sedani. Your Grace, how are you doing? So why do you listen to the man in the council chamber? Ah, yes, I'm a better king, apparently. Let's not get cut in half. Swords. Please tell me you haven't had a skirmish with Lorsulia. She's far too soft for that. She wouldn't stand a chance. Let me be the judge of that. Show me what you've got. You will fight with a girl? Since I can't ride my horse, I had to find something else to do. I just picked them up. Don't let your opponent hit you and be quick. That's the basics. Ouch. Too slow. You've got quite an arm there. So tell me, Asalia, what is going on with you two? Still holding grudges? She's locked herself up in her chamber. What a baby. You did leave feces on her bed. Don't pretend like this is the reason she won't come out. This is what will happen to me one day too. You'll be 13 next year. You will find someone reasonable. I guess I didn't think of it before. This puts everything into a different perspective. I was angry at her for being so irritating, but now I'm angry at her that she's leaving me. Just everyone's angry. I feel bad for her, but who will I vex now? Sedani is too young, it's not the same. I'm sure you will find a way to occupy your time. I guess we should end it here. Do you think we could do this again one day? Sure. It's possible that that'll be never then. We hardly do anything anymore. Talis would tell you otherwise, trust me. What I did to Lorsulia wasn't fair. I feel it's best to give her some time. I will make it right, though. Stay safe. And I notice I've kept the sword. I have a strawberry pie. Stay safe. I just put this with the rest of my supplies. Oh, I get +1. Huh, okay. Out the door, to the bedchamber. Speak to the wife. Darling, how are the wedding preparations going? I'm preparing some handmade decorations. I hope Lorsulia likes them. I'm sure she will. They're lovely, my darling. The wedding is so soon and there is so much to do. I think we're going to have roast duck and a Salesian salad. That sounds lovely. I don't know about the cake. I need to speak with Lorsulia about it. I'll let you work on the preparations. If you need anything, I'll be in the throne room. I'll see you later, darling. I think that should be everything. Yep, let's just go stand in the throne room a second. And go to next week. So we've managed to, turn things around quite nicely. We are losing 10 gold for the bank payments, but we are now, however, gaining 1 from the tavern, 2 from new market stalls, 12 from taxes, and 9 food. Our tax, I believe, has gone up by 1. I think it started on 11. So that's looking pretty good. Time until the wedding, 3 weeks. Save and continue. However, on that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave the first episode there. We are on Grevno, week 6. We have a soldier. We have Aurelia, Pietro, General, and we have a merchant. Audrey also wants something. It's looking like a very busy week. We don't have any allies to speak of. So if I can imagine, if I can fulfill her task, I'll get 1 food and 60 new soldiers. And as I said, though, with that, we are going to leave the first episode of Your Grace there. So nothing too hard so far. We are, however, working up to our first big event. We'll see exactly how all of that goes. And so until next time, ladies and gentlemen, as per always, until we see you again, I hope that you will stay safe, happy, and healthy.